Thank you for taking the time to read our annual report and for clicking through to my little address here. It has been the greatest honor of my life to lead the Children's Services Council of Broward County since its inception back in 2001. It's amazing to think that it's been 15 years of funding since that band of superheroes got together and fought for the creation of the Children's Services Council. It was the vision of the voters of Broward County back in September of 2000 that there would be a hub for planning and advocacy and for providing resources to help Broward's children grow into healthy, productive adults. It has been amazing to see it flourish over these years and do exactly what they hoped. Those first members of the Children's Services Council said to me that they wanted an organization that was government done right, with a commitment to transparency and accountability, and always, always keeping the interests of children in the forefront of all of our decision making. And I think we've done that over these last years. It's been amazing to watch the community come together to address critical issues, whether it be right from the start when it came to the privatization of the foster care system. And there was concern that as ChildNet was born, that there were too many children that were in the system that had just been caught up for years with an expectation that the parental rights were going to be terminated and they were going to be free for adoption. And yet the process just had gotten stuck. And so CSC came in right there. One of the first things that we did was provide funding and focus to make sure that those children could be freed for adoption. Well, you never want to see a home broken up. Once that decision had been made, it was important that the community step up and make sure that it could happen and the children could wind up in their permanent forever family. That was also what led us to fund Forever Family, because for those children where an adoptive home wasn't available, we wanted to make sure that they were found. And so Forever Family has been there at the forefront of promoting adoption and recruiting foster parents and adoptive parents. It's been amazing to watch that program grow as well. So from that very seed at the beginning, over time, we have identified issues like our own Carol Andrews, may she rest in peace, discovering through her work as a school board member that there were so many children being raised by relatives, and that was not being supported in the community. And so we held focus groups. We talked to those grandparents and aunts and uncles that were raising their children and found out what they needed, what was missing for them. And that was some support groups. It was legal advocacy to help them understand what rights they had as grandparents or relatives or even non-relatives raising children. All the way through the years, when things happen, we respond. So working with the school board on the Promise program to help address that schoolhouse to jailhouse pipeline. Looking at the issues facing our LGBTQ youth and making sure that there are supports and engagement for them. And in the last couple of years, it was working with the Department of Children and Families and others on the hashtag, what's been known as the hashtag Save4by4 campaign, because we looked at what are the leading causes of accidental or preventable death for children 4 and under, and it's drowning and co-sleeping. And so we brought people together, we looked at the issue, we started a county-wide campaign, and city after city signed on and said we want to keep our citizens safe, and said we want to be a Save4by4 city. And so now they are, and they're committing their police force, their firefighters, to explaining the dangers of co-sleeping. They're committing their pools to accepting the CSC funded vouchers to get those children water safety lessons. And it's the way the community comes together. One of the most recent ones is the Broward Reads campaign. Again, a way to bring the whole community together behind this nationwide campaign, locally called Broward Reads, the campaign for grade level reading. You're going to see our cities, one by one, Coral Springs and Parkland at the forefront, becoming Broward Reads cities. We're providing them with a list of options and ways that they can help make sure that all of the children in their city are ready to read on grade level by third grade, that we're tackling school readiness, parent engagement, attendance, and preventing summer slide. Together, we can make a difference for Broward's children. We've proven it over the last 15 years, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much further we can go in the next 15 and beyond.